Hello. There we go.
That
Was
was
just
weird.
having a moment.
No, it came up completely weird to normal. It came up with having to accept and a whole different thing this time. So no idea. But there
Yeah,
you go. We're
sorry.
still here.
Clean the camera lens.
Good morning, everybody. Ah,
Hi.
1st of July.
Lovely. Halfway through the year. Can you believe it?
It's insane. I'm like, I just can't believe it's already July. It's just madness.
Mm, yeah.
Madness. You know. So I don't know about you, but it's bloody freezing this side, as you can see.
Yeah, it's
So
really
cold.
warm here actually. It's not that bad. It's it's chilly, but I've just got one jacket on and I'm fine.
I've got multiple layers. Multiple layers. Like, I look like I should be going. I've got a hot water bottle on my back as well, so that says a lot.
Yeah.
Hey ho. So, exciting news today.
Yes. Some very exciting news. I'm so excited about this little project that we are packing on. And
Indeed.
just the new era that it's opening up for the local book hive and our local authors. And yes, I think it's going to be so much fun and it's for a good cause. So that's also always great.
Yeah. I mean, yes, we have the Hive and we have Saya, but there's a lot of writers that aren't part of this either. So
Yes,
it's great to be able to use this as a way to um, show people that even if you're not part of this, you're still part of this.
yes,
Because it's
yes,
all going to a good cause. Um, and the reason why it came up is because all we're seeing is adult anthologies coming together, right?
yeah,
And it's like, okay, I understand that why we want to do that, but I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, my uncle would get me these. They were like books that were full of multiple stories. Think of it
yes,
like an encyclopedia of sorts.
yes,
And every year he would get me a new one. So I'd have this lovely little collection of books. And they were just all these fabulous, whimsical stories that were magic. And I think
yes.
that has been lost somewhere along the line.
I, I definitely think so. And, you know, I have kids as well, and they love stories. They love diving into new worlds and being able to put something forward and hopefully put together something that's going to grab their imagination. That's something I find very exciting. And it's like you say, I think it's missing in today's world. There are lots of kids' books about, but yeah, we want to make something that's homegrown with our amazing local authors and something that will leave a legacy and hopefully open doors for the people who join us in this little adventure. Because, you know, short stories aren't as intimidating as what writing a whole full-length novel is. And I think that stops a lot of people from even trying.
Totally agree. And I think as well, I think people overlook children's stories
Mm.
as well. And the reason why the focus is about children is because in South Africa, literacy is really declining. And
Yes.
that to me is such a worry because I'm thinking, I know how I struggled when I was young because I got missed.
Mm.
And I'm thinking in 2026, our literacy should not be going downwards, it should be going up because we have more access to be able to write and to be able to publish. So
Yes.
there's a disconnect somewhere. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, come on, guys, we need to do better. We need to be
Yeah.
focusing on these kids.
Yes, definitely. I read a statistic last week that said that 84% of South Africa's grade four students are functionally illiterate. And that's exactly the age group that we are aiming for here. And I
Yeah.
think along with it, we really want to start encouraging parents to bring back that culture of reading to your kids because that's where the love for books starts. You know, if a child can't read, having that bonding time with their parents, and sharing these stories together is such a powerful way to get them into that, and that's how they start reading as well. So we want to do that. That's definitely something we want to bring back. And beyond that, I think kids having access to books is a major issue in today's day and age.
Yes.
There is a huge part of South Africa that can't afford to buy books for themselves, let alone buy books for their kids. It's a choice between buying dinner and
Yeah.
buying a book. So with this project, we really want to get into that as well, to be able to put books into kids' hands who don't have access to books. So yes, this is an exciting opportunity for authors to get themselves published in this book, and we are looking for all kinds of authors. We are opening this up to children to enter as well, um, obviously with guardian and parental consent. Um,
Of course.
but a big part of this is that we are going to be looking for sponsorships to help us get these books into hospitals, underprivileged schools, into kids' hands where they can actually have access to it. And the funds that we raise from these books will go towards doing those donations as well.
Exactly. And I think, this is also a big thing, is that children that do have chronic illnesses and are in hospital the majority of their lives, they're kind of forgotten about. So maybe having a book that is full of all these beautiful stories might just take them away from that chronic pain that they might be going through, or that traumatic time that they're going through. And also with kids that love to read, but they know that their parents can't afford to buy them said book, or a school that is like really wants to have a reading place, but they're not getting the books, so
Yeah.
listen, it's one book, but it's going to be 20 stories within one book.
Yeah.
And it's a
And it's one
start.
book, but it's the start of something more. That's the thing, isn't it?
Exactly.
Because this is something
Yeah.
we are going to be opening up every year so that we have a whole series of these stories. And maybe later on, we start targeting older kids and younger kids. So
Yeah.
this is just the start, of something that will
Exactly.
hopefully bring about positive change.
Yeah. And I think, I understand why a lot of people will go for the older generation to read books and stuff, like the adults. But if we're not looking after the youngsters, how are they going to be as they are adults with regards to reading?
Yeah.
And all I keep on seeing at the moment is, I don't know if any of you have watched it, but the movie Wall-E.
Yeah.
And it's frightening. And
That's where
the
we're
more
headed.
conversations I have with people with regards to not reading, or listen, and I'm not saying that you've got to be the best reader, because everyone knows I suck at reading out loud. It is my thing, because I had problems reading when I was younger. But it doesn't stop me from actually reading. I
Yeah.
might be a bit sucky reading it out loud, but I still try. And I want children not to feel that they're being hindered. And how are they going to leave school and maybe deal with having to read contracts or to read basic stuff if they're not already being able to read basic children's stories? That's on
Exactly.
us as adults.
Yeah.
And that's what annoys me, is that I kind of feel like the book industry has become very much targeted to adults, which I understand, because,
That's where
majority.
the money is.
Yes, it's exactly that. But when it comes to kids, that's a different kettle of fish. That is posting, that is making sure a legacy is being built, that is making sure that there is change, and that no child feels that they cannot read a book. Because then we're doing an
Yeah.
injustice to these kids in our country. no matter what
Yeah,
background they come from, whether they come from no money or lots of money, it doesn't matter, because it comes down to sometimes the parents just don't have the ability to do it themselves.
yeah,
So we have to start making these changes.
yeah. And encouraging. I think it's like what Kristen said in the comments a little bit ago. Reading is about more than just entertainment for kids and for adults, absolutely. Reading is
Mm-hmm.
about learning. So you're reading something that's enjoyable and entertains you, but in the process, these kids are learning new vocabulary. They're learning about spelling and grammar structure. They're learning about our theme for this anthology is adventures in the deep. So, creatures in the ocean and different types of mythologies and all those kinds of things. So it's a deep learning experience that's cloaked as something fun. So it's really powerful. And, Leonie also made a comment there that she's noticed so much that parents don't read for their kids anymore. And that's the truth.
I Yeah,
You
and that's the
can't
truth.
expect
And
to raise a kid who loves reading if it's not modeled for them in the home.
100%. And it's not about shaming people either,
No.
and I think it's about, I think we've kind of stopped using imagination within our children. And I see it constantly where it's like, oh, here you go, here's a phone, use the phone, go play a game, go do this.
Yeah.
What happened to, here's a book, go sit there
Yeah.
under the tree and read it? We
Absolutely.
have amazing talent in this country, and we need to be focusing on the children so much more, because we do live in tough times. And sometimes that little book is going to make a child actually escape whatever's going on in their lives.
Yes.
And that's, as writers, that's what we want, right? We want to be able to
Yeah.
give this escapism and this feeling of, actually, they might see themselves within a character. They might see
Yes.
themselves within a dream that they want to be part of.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Absolutely. And it
about.
was It was so interesting for me. I think it was last weekend with the SIA members. We actually had one of our SIA workshops that we run twice a month for
Mm,
our members with Leanne Brown, who is a children's book author, and just the psychology that children's book writers use when they write their stories. It's so different from what adults use, but it was such a
yeah,
powerful lesson for us in learning that truths and lessons can be hidden beautifully within a story and that they are so much more impactful when it's not completely on the nose. So
100%.
yeah,
And I think that's also, as writers, what sometimes we forget to do, because everyday life at the moment is about people giving it over on a silver platter.
yes,
And we're forgetting that we need to delve into words, we need to delve into imagination, and finding the story that fits with you and resonates with you and gives you maybe a bit of hope, maybe a bit of guidance and
yes,
lessons learned that actually you didn't realize was actually what the story could be about at the same time.
yeah, no, absolutely. So that is our why we are doing it. Maybe we
Mm.
should disclose how how we are doing
Yes,
it,
please do.
right?
Let's go.
Okay, so entries officially open today. Um,
Yes.
there is a spot on the local book hive's website on the main menu. It says Anthology application. So if you are wanting to enter your book into the anthology, you can hop on there. All the information will be there for you. But there are some rules, as with anything in life, to
Yes.
apply or to enter for it. Let me just rearrange
Yeah.
my words there. So first of all, these stories, if you would like to enter, um, are up to 5,000 words each. And our
Yeah.
hope is to be able to draw 20 of the best stories that we receive to include in this anthology. You have until September 30th to enter. So there's time to really sit with this. There's time to, make it its best version, to come up with a beautiful story that could really impact a child's life. So really take your time with it. We do need stories that haven't been published before. So nothing that's been self-published or been part of a blog or another short story entry or anything like that. So an unpublished work. Like I said earlier, we are allowing children to enter, but we will need consent forms signed by their guardians or parents or whoever's taking care of the children and have legal responsibility for them. And then we are going to be releasing this anthology at Saya's first birthday celebration festival, which we also actually need to do a announcement video for
Yeah.
at some point soon, because that will be
Yeah, we do.
happening on the 3rd of April next year here in Gauteng. So that's a really exciting event, and we are going to make it really child friendly. There's going to be lots of fun activities happening for kids around books at the event. And one of those is going to be that the anthology will be released. And we're hoping that as many of the authors who have been chosen to be included in the anthology will actually be there, so that whoever buys the anthology will have the book signed by the authors who wrote it. So that is the gist of it. I think everybody knows Saya and the local book hive stance on AI. So we are not going to allow anything that's been generated by or that has any generative AI in it. So you will need to sign a disclosure to that effect as well. We support human-made stories because we wanted to really touch from one heart to another. And yeah, it's I think that's basically the gist of it. 5,000 words. There's formatting guidelines on the website for how to enter the book once you have written it, or the story once you've entered it. It will go through a panel of judges. We are getting together a panel of industry experts who will go through the stories and choose the 20 best. We're going to have it properly edited, and it's going to go into a beautiful book. This is really going to be something that is visually pleasing as well as mentally pleasing. So all of that will happen
Definitely.
um, before the 3rd of April next year. So that's going to be the official launch date. We'll open pre-orders and all of those fun things before then as well. And
Of
then our
course.
hope is also to get sponsorships before then. So if any of you lovely people on this video now know of anyone who's passionate about children's literacy and creative industries, please put us in touch with them so that we can make as big an impact with this as we possibly can.
Yeah, exactly. And it's about paying it forward. It's about making impact for kids that have kind of been left to the wayside. You know,
Definitely.
and I'm not just saying this to trying to gain momentum from it, but you can have all the children's book stories that you want within bookstores and stuff. But those children that can't afford it, that are in hospitals or in children's homes or in places where they're forgotten about,
Yeah.
those are the kids that we want to be making just a little bit of a positive impact to say, actually, we care, we see you, and this is just a start to try and hopefully, because maybe one of those kids has got this dream to be an author or to be an editor or something within this industry. And it might just give them a little bit of hope and a little bit of dream to hold on to.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I am very excited about this.
Yeah, I
And
am.
my kids are excited about it. My eldest son loves writing and he's already plotting his plot and he will be entering. So yeah, just want to encourage everyone. It's open and we would love for as many of you
So
to enter as possible.
it is open only to South African residents.
Yes.
We need to make that very
Yes.
clear. It's open to South African residents because we want a homegrown book. We want a
Yeah.
homegrown children's anthology that you never know. It could be a family history about the ocean. You know what I mean? It could be
Yeah.
some traditional that's been about the ocean that maybe not everybody knows about.
Yeah.
Adventures, just have fun with it.
Yes. It's such a cool theme as well. So I'm very excited to see what comes from it.
And I'm glad it was your kids that picked the theme because adults sometimes we overthink, okay,
Yeah.
what are we going to use, what theme we're going to use, but the fact that kids have actually said, right, we gave them options and that's what they came up with. Fabulous.
Oh, I didn't even give them options. I just went,
Oh, you
hey,
didn't?
if we had to put a bunch of short stories together, what theme would it be? And just so you guys know, my kids are between 9 and 13. So it just, you
Perfect
know that
age.
that's what they want to read. So yes, no,
Oh,
they're very
you want
excited
the
about it.
adventure.
Yes.
Adventure and the ocean is really unexplored, really, if you think about
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
how many things that could be made out of this is amazing. And I'm excited to see the entries. So don't be
Yes.
scared. Give it a go because you never know. It could be your story that ends up in the anthology.
Yes. And I think what we want to do as well, we briefly discussed this, so it might not be official yet, but with all the entries that are made, with the author's permissions, of course, we would like to put together a digital flip book with the books in it or the stories in it, so that
Yes,
you can show off that this is what you did and this is what you entered. And we want to celebrate all levels of writing and all South African stories. So that's something that's exciting as well. There will be proof of
exactly.
life
And
that you entered.
yeah, exactly. And it's something to be proud of. You know, no matter
Mm.
where you come within the competition, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that you actually put the words down and you did something. That is a
Yes,
huge thing.
it definitely
So
is.
it's a huge accomplishment, and 5,000 words could be the start of something really beautiful as a writer. You know, if it
Yeah.
might be somebody who's been sitting on the fence, like, oh, I'm not too sure, I'm not good enough, as you said, worried about writing a big book. So having this stepping stone actually might just give them that confidence.
Yes. Yeah.
Exciting. So exciting.
Very exciting.
Um, yeah. And I think that it will make a lot of impact within our
Mm.
country and give us maybe a bit more positive feelings across this book talk world that seems to be a little bit negative at present.
Yeah. Yeah, we are just gonna like block out the negativity and
Yeah,
keep shining the
exactly.
light.
It's
So
we're
that's what we're
shining a
about.
light on writers,
Real
about authors,
issues.
amazing readers, you know, and coming together as a community, creating this beautiful ecosystem for South Africa that can flourish.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so we're going to have to come and do another live soon to talk about the festival because now we've kind of
Yeah.
dropped that is happening on the 3rd of April. Um, and then on the Friday night, there's going to be an awards dinner as well. So it's like, we've got to
Mm.
just come and talk
We
about
have
it
to
one
shout
day.
about it. I think
Mm.
as I'm excited for that. I'm really so excited for that. I think it's going to be so much fun. And also the start of something that's going to happen very often. And, this time it's in Gauteng, but we are planning to expand that in the future. We just need to, get some practice first. But we're going to
We
make it
have to
epic.
start first. Starting
Yes.
stone, you know, everything has somewhere to start, and we expand from that, creating good, feel good community.
Yes. No, so, yeah, there's a lot happening in Saya and Hiveland. And
Unbelievable.
unbelievable. It really is. And we have such a solid team behind us. Yeah, we've got movers and shakers that are going to
We,
really be going long ways.
I think we've got the governing body is fantastic. The
Yes,
ambassadors are fantastic. And the thing is that everybody's voice is heard.
yes,
Everyone has the right to give an opinion, bring something to the table, and flourish with it.
Yes.
That's what we want for the community. Not just Saya, not just the Hive, but for the whole of South African book community.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that we know that we don't need to be pushing each other down for to have individual success. That
No,
if we can get the word out there that there is this talent in South Africa, it will take everybody higher. So that's really what it's all about. And everybody who is a part of Saya at the moment understands that and they have that in their hearts. And I think that's what makes it so powerful.
100%. We are definitely bringing together a lot of good people that deserve to be seen.
Mm,
So, yeah.
yes,
Well,
absolutely.
that is our bombshell.
Yes, good bomb though.
It's a great bomb. It's a bomb of positive vibes being spread all across our beautiful country.
Yes,
Come with your fantastic South African homegrown country. Be you. Don't think of
yeah,
your words as American or Australian or British, or just come as you, because
yes,
you are enough.
yes, yeah.
Awesome. Well, oh,
Good.
Serene, sorry I missed it. Work caught me. Super excited. Yes. I'm excited for the stories. I'm excited for children to also take up this challenge because I think
Yes,
I think that one is going to really shock us with the amount of creativity that comes with it as well.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of talent in our young ones, and I think encouraging that talent is definitely powerful, even if it's not necessarily a career that they want to follow, but to show them that the possibility is there and they are capable, and that words are a powerful way to speak what's on your heart.
Definitely. And it's also a way to, you know, unplug all of that noise in your head.
Mm,
And as we say, you don't have to be going down an author route, but it's also a healthy way to get out the noise, to kind
yes,
of heal yourself without having to worry about someone else listening to your words.
yeah, no,
So,
absolutely.
yes, exciting times. Thank you, everybody who's joined us this morning. This will be uploaded onto our YouTube channel, and we'll also be making a post about it so that you can actually just sit and read a post if you want. But
Great.
yes,
Yes, thank you for joining us,
exciting.
everyone. And we look forward to
Have a good
seeing what you
day.
come up with.
We do. Exciting. Bye bye.
Bye.